What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TD Fans Talk with the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live on a beautiful Wednesday night, hump day, hump night, whatever you want to call it. We have a good show for you tonight, guys. Finally, Chris Grier has spoken. He has spoken about a flurry of topics, and I'm going to discuss what he said. Well, we're going to listen to what he said, and I'm going to break it down because it might give us a little bit more revelation on a lot of the things that's been discussed out here in the media and different things like that as of late. So this should be a good one. One of those moments where I'll open up my brain, take the cap off, and sift through being a reader of words and trying to figure out what Grier is trying to say overall with the things that he's saying. Shout out to Natasha Williams being the first one in the building. Shout out to the Mod Squad. Look like they heavy tonight. JD Diesel being the first one. FM, I see you. Powerhouse TJ, what's up? Low Soul, what up, homie? Brandon. Who else? Flipside Fishing in the house. Oh, we got EM. What's good with you, homie? I'm glad to hear from you, JD. Brandon Hudgens. What's up with y'all? Everybody, hey TD, yo, TD, what's up? I'm good, man. Hi, TD. What up, big boy? Shout out to everybody coming in. But hey, don't just say hey, TD. Hit that like button, baby. It's right there in front of you. Punch that like button. We already got 45 in the room, only 19 likes. Half of y'all can't be Matt Burke lovers. Come on now. Go ahead and hit that like button for your boy. Man, let's get that like button up, guys. There we go. We got 29 likes, and it's going to keep rising. That's what's up, man. Y'all hit that like button, but shout out to everybody joining us tonight. We're going to play the Chris Grier interview, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to play the interview, and then we're going to discuss it in detail. Everything he said. It's some interesting things that he said, and I want to break it down. That's mandatory, TD Copay. That's what's up, man. Like button, I smashed it. That's what's up, man. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. You better know it. I appreciate you, Brandon. Always looking out, man. Hit that subscribe button. If you're new, we're on our journey to 7,500. We are less than 100 away, about 93 away last I checked. So y'all make sure y'all check it out. Show your love and support, guys. All right. Now, let's get down to business, baby. He has some interesting things to say. Yes, he did, EM. I'm about to play Chris Grier's interview, and you know me, I'll be stopping and pausing, but I want to break down everything that he says because there is some interesting things, you know, but we're going to find out some very interesting things. Let me put it like that. But without further ado, hit that like button on your way in, and let's get started. From the top.
Officially about Tua since he's declared. To best of your knowledge, where is he at physically, and what does he need?
Asking about Tua
to be considered in the first round.
Yeah, like I said, we're still so early in this process. Like we haven't met him, haven't sat down with him, talked to him. Our doctors haven't seen him, so we know as much as you.
Hold on. You mean to tell me Grier? And I ain't tell you not, Grier ain't lying. He telling you straight up right now. I mean, it's early in the process. We still haven't even sat down and talked to him. Haven't even talked to the kid yet. All this stuff, all these rumors coming out, you know, they were at that Michigan-Alabama game. They word out on the street. They talked to Tua. Didn't even happen. Like, come on, man. He going to address all these rumors in the media in a little bit.
You do. Right now.
He knows as much as you do. That's what he said to the reporter.
Things of that nature. But at the end of the day, we got to get to know the guys, get in front of them just like any player. So, we're very, very early in the stage with the fact that, we haven't even met the guy yet.
Haven't even met him yet.
What your thoughts on him, purely football standpoint, not taking account the health, but the way he throws the football around.
Yeah, I mean, it's the way people talk. He's been a winner. I think the fact that he, won the Elite 11.
Talking highly of Tua.
Has the, kind of a storybook coming off the bench, winning the national championship. So everyone always talks about his accuracy, et cetera, and they talk about the person as well, the intangibles that we talked about. So yeah, looking forward to get to meet him, just like a lot of players. There's a lot of good players in this draft, and even some other quarterbacks he's competing with for. So looking forward to the next couple months.
So that was interesting to me. He's talking about Tua. They're talking about what you're thinking about his talent and everything. And he's basically saying, everybody talks about how he has a great arm and he's a great person. He had what he did in the Elite 11. How he has a storyline, coming off the bench, winning a national championship. Those are all things and he's a winner. So I look forward to talking to him. But like I look forward to talking to every player. So that's high praise, things that he does recognize that everybody knows, and nobody's immune to knowing those things about Tua Tagovailoa, outside all his injuries, but which he didn't mention. But anywho, he did speak highly, saying he does recognize all those things. EM Dolphins fan said he might not have, but I guarantee that representatives from the Dolphins have talked to him or his people. Ain't nobody talked to him, EM. Ain't nobody talked to him. When Grier say we ain't even meet the man, that mean ain't nobody talked to him. You can keep that narrative. Ain't nobody even talked to Tua, man. You heard it out of the horse's mouth himself. Ain't nobody talked to Tua. Y'all keep driving. Oh, he gonna keep talking about it. He gonna keep telling y'all about the media and all these rumors. We gonna keep it going, man. We gonna keep it going.
How important is the ability to get to evaluate these guys at the Senior Bowl, see the Herberts, the Loves, and to get to meet them? And what are you looking for during this week for them?
Yeah, I think, for us, it's always that first step. This is the first meeting. You can actually sit down and talk to them and then kind of begin to figure out who they are and what makes them tick. In terms of practice, it's the competition. I love the fact, Herbert and Love and those guys have come down here to compete, just like in the past when, Baker and Josh Allen, those guys all came down. So that's the thing. You get to see them in a competitive situation. And they're all on equal footing. They're all learning a new playbook, everything. So that's the thing you like about the Senior Bowl and appreciate those guys coming down here to compete.
So basically talking about how he loves how, the Herberts and the Loves are down here to compete. You remember the same thing with the players from the year before, even with Josh Allen. And he loves watching that, as somebody who ain't there able to compete right now. But we ain't going to talk about that. But I'm just saying. I'm just giving you breaking news. Arrest warrant issued for Antonio Brown. Oh, Lord, he's done.
Top 10 player, quarterback, like a really important player that you want to turn over every stone. I'm just curious, how many people that know that player might you and your colleagues touch before the draft?
I couldn't give you a number, but a case study.
Yeah, I'm fast forwarding this part.
Kind of our bad contact with.
Basically just said how many people contact a player and how far does the background check go. He said somebody will write a book about it one day. Now he's going to talk about the coaching staff and the changes.
That caters to the talent that Ryan Flores and his coaching staff wants to coach.
Right.
How difficult will that be when you have a completely new staff? Well, not completely new, but new coordinators.
It's a lot of communication again, and that's always the important part. And I think Brian and the staff and even previous have done a good job of when they all get here, we'll get together in the room, we'll talk about the traits and characteristics they want at each position, and we'll go through it just like we'll always do. So again, you always have to make sure you're on the same page of what everyone's looking for, and then that communication piece will be important. And then again, we have a couple months here too, which is good to sit and we'll go here, we'll talk about the players here at the Senior Bowl and the other All-Star games, and then we'll work through. Once you get to the combine, we'll do that again. So we'll spend a lot of time talking, and it's the communication, like, does this player fit what you like? Does this profile the type of player? So you're right, the communication part is just going to be huge.
So you have a profile for every position for what Brian wants. And
yes.
How different is that based on, you've been here 20 years, mm-hmm. I've been here, I've covered 6 coaches, but
right.
And how different is that when you have to piece it together based on what you know and what everybody wants?
Yeah, it can be a little challenging at times, but it's also, again, it's, you just have to learn to be able to adjust on the fly. And so when changes come, and if you switch from whether it's a 3-4 to a 4-3, or you want a zone scheme to a gap scheme, the good thing is we have a lot of veteran scouts and that have been around and are good personnel evaluators. So it's just a matter of getting everyone on the same page as quick as possible. So with all the new coaches in, we're going to meeting together as soon as we can with all of us in the room early February, and we'll start preparing for the combine and going through the types of players that they're looking for.
How much do you and your staff have to kind of communicate with other staffs around the league to kind of identify and figure out what other teams want to do to try to get possibly ahead of you in the top 5? Is that so important?
So they're asking, what do you do, and about other teams around the league trying to get ahead of you in the top 5?
That you guys gonna have to kind of be aware of?
Yeah, I think every team's always, monitoring what's going on around the league. I think it works both ways, because there's some point there's a lot of misinformation going out, and teams are always trying to probe what you're looking for. So there's a balance to it.
Early on, there's just a lot of misinformation going out. We're used to it. Everyone just, other teams try to probe. That's all it is, guys. A whole bunch of misinformation out there. I don't even think they know who they want to draft at number 5 if every player was available. Chase Young could be available at number 5, and I don't even think they know who they want to draft yet. It's that simple, man. And Kingzilla, you can say he lying all you want. At the end of the day, like I always tell y'all, I'm going to listen to this man before I listen to anybody else. This man and Brian Flores I am going to listen to before anyone else. I haven't heard him lie in any other instance, even though some people try to twist what he says as a lie, just like the Laramie Tunsil and all of that. The man never said we wouldn't trade Laramie Tunsil. He said we weren't looking to trade Laramie Tunsil. It's just a team came with a bizarre offer and called Laramie Tunsil in before they even traded him to get his thoughts. And Laramie was all down for it. People will make these guys, he lied here, he lied there. I have no evidence of when he lied. I have no evidence of when he's lied, so why wouldn't I use him as the biggest form of credibility? What a lot of y'all want to do is make somebody who ain't even inside the meetings credible. Y'all want to make somebody who ain't even inside the meetings credible and say the guy who's in charge of the meetings lying. This person right here, I trust him. He's an insider. More than the man that the insider's supposed to be getting his information from. Now, I understand the whole notion, and they'll never tip their hat. They're not going to tip their hat. They're not going to tell everything. But Grier has always told the truth without having to tip his hat or tell everything. But y'all just straight out, he lying. There is a PR that's always being played. I agree, Em. And the good thing about Chris Grier and Flores, they don't have to lie and still be able to be successful playing the PR. They don't have to lie by doing that. You can use PR. You can do all of that without having to lie. And I know when he's using PR because he uses it a lot. But when y'all use the word lie, come on, man, y'all mixing two different things up. You trying to make what you believe a fact by saying he lying instead of saying we still don't know. That's all it is. That's all I'm saying, y'all. So for y'all who don't remember, y'all who don't aren't listening, aren't believing me right now, that's all it is. You trying to make his PR into a lie. PR is actually being able to not tell you the answer you're trying to hear and keep it professional and not give you the answer without lying. That's what successful PR is. But again, some of y'all want to say he lying just to make your narrative correct. Let's keep going.
But at the end of the day, don't think anyone's tipping their cards right now.
Nobody's tipping their cards right now. He's being straight up genuine. Not up until draft day.
Teams are always talking. Agents talk to people and stuff too, which information again, but you don't know who's telling the truth all the time.
See, you don't know who's telling the truth all the time. But this man here, I can tell you now, they not lying. They just ain't telling you the answer you want to hear. They could be the number one team around here hollering about we want Tua, but just because he don't tell you don't mean he lying. It's that simple, man.
Yeah, because every trade has been different. We look over the years of the value of what people do. I mean, you can always say you have an idea and place your value on it, and then that other team may have a completely different view of how to. And we've had that with other trades we've done in the past.
That's so interesting because I remember we were arguing the other night, even me and Reason per se, about that chart. Grier said it himself. Yeah, that's funny. You can put a value on a trade, but it don't always work out that way. We've had one value and the other team might have a totally different value. That's why, especially when you're in the top 10, you can't go off of no chart, no scale or nothing to say this is the value of trading up, because it doesn't matter. If somebody else wants you more, they'll add another asset and increase that value. It's no different from the quarterback market. The quarterback should be, the highest paid quarterback should be somewhere around 27 million right now. But at the end of the day, so you don't lose your guy, you increase the value. The chart says that the highest paid quarterback should be somewhere around like 27 million. But again, if you don't want to lose your guy, the chart goes out of the window and you increase the value. That's why you got quarterbacks getting $30+ million a year, like Russell Wilson, 35. And we about to start seeing 40s. So this is why you cannot put a value on what it'll take to trade up. I mean, we could speculate, but it all matters of what the other team wants. It's that simple.
Yeah, I think we have more than enough.
Do you think you have the ammunition to move up if you wanted to? Yeah. I think we have more than enough. That might give some of y'all some life for whoever you want, whether that be Joe Burrow, whether that be Tua Tagovailoa, whether it be Chase Young. He said, yeah, we got more than enough to move up. So that got to get your blood boiling for all y'all skeptics out there like, oh, we going for Chase. Oh, we going for Burrow. Oh, we going for Tua. We got the assets if we want to. If we want to. Uh-oh. How would you evaluate Josh Rosen? Where EM at? He's still in the comment section because I want him to hear every bit of this in close detail about what Flores says about Josh Rosen. I want it. Where EM? Tell him to check in the comment section, or he might go dormant again. There he go. I see him. So he's still. I want you to hear everything he said about Josh Rosen. Make sure we get this straight. Okay? Is he part of your future plans?
And I think the trade, for us, it was us. We were always trying to upgrade that position. And so he was a young player that had some talent. And I think for us, the value, knowing that we were going to have picks, a lot of picks going forward in the future and money available, it made sense for us to try, and make that trade. So we're happy we made it.
Josh has made huge strides, like Brian's talked about. Been fun watching him grow the rest of the year. I got to see it. No one else got to see it. He did a tremendous job growing. Oh, hold on. Let me pause this because Grier about to hit some of y'all upside the head. He about to hit some of y'all upside the head. Because Mr. Ballgame been making this point for a long time, and Grier is about to say it out of his own mouth about how many offensive coordinators this man done had.
Towards the year, I don't know. I got to see it. No one wanted to see him play, but he did a tremendous job.
Tremendous.
And people always forget, like I said before, he's had like 4 straight different offensive coordinators and schemes, and that's hard for a young kid to keep with no stability. That's hard. So we were proud of him.
What? Man, don't talk to me about Josh Rosen no more. And I'm not sitting here telling you he's going to be the future. But stop acting like his time in Miami is over. Grier said out his own mouth. People forget. I mean, and he laughed about it. He like, look at my facial expression. This is Grier on camera. And people forget. I mean, the guys have 4 different offensive coordinators. I mean, that's hard on a young guy. So I'm impressed. Come on, man. Now go EM talk about absolutely not. LOL. I don't follow TD Foolish Talk. Listen, bro. This ain't TD Foolish Talk. I am giving quotes. The man, Chris Grier himself. So say Chris Grier is talking foolish. And then that way people can see how biased you are. And all smoke. You can say all smoke you want, EM. We've been telling you, the man done had 4 different offensive coordinators, bro. 4 different offensive coordinators, and that's hard. Let me one more time, EM.
I got to see it. No one want to see it. Like 4 straight different offensive coordinators and schemes, and that's hard for a young kid to keep with no stability.
No stability. We were proud of him. We were proud of him.
A guy who loves flow seems to love him as team captain, but he's getting up there in age. I believe he's 31. He was out all year. What are your thoughts on him and how he fits in next season?
Let me pause right here. Now you want to hear some real smoke screen? All that other stuff wasn't smoke screen. He telling you what it is. But you want to hear some real smoke screen? They asked him about Kilgore and how he fits into the future. I wonder what Grier is going to say about the future of Kilgore.
Tremendous locker room presence, leadership, like you said. The veteran presence is what our team needed last year. And I think he did a tremendous job
of what our team needed last year.
Steadying the ship early on when things were rocky. Like I said, we have tremendous respect for him. I love the guy. His energy in the building. And for us, it's we expect him to be here, but, we'll see. I mean, we love him, and he was great for our team.
He was great for us last year. We expect him to be here, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. We expect him to be here, but we'll see. That smoke screen. Not all that other stuff he was talking. That smoke screen. We expect him to be here, but I don't know. And you know what that means? They're probably going to ask him to take even more of a pay cut if he wants to stay or something like that. That's why they expect him to be here, but I don't know. So Kilgore may not be on this roster next year. That's what you call a smoke screen. You ain't got to lie. You ain't got to lie. You just tell them straight up, but give the little caveat in there. But we'll see. That's smoke screen. Ain't nothing he said was a lie. Then he gave you the most truth about it. We'll see. That's what you call smoke screen. Leaving it out there, but we'll see. Not giving it all positive. Not the rest of that stuff y'all keep on talking about. Let's go.
Obviously, you have a very young team. You got a lot of draft picks. That's going to make the team even younger. How do you get leadership, or how do you add leadership?
I'm going to fast forward because they just talking about you need leadership.
But it is very important to have guys that have good leadership.
That team owner, Stephen Ross.
All right, let's pause right here. We're about to pause right here, man. We're about to pause right here. We're about to talk about what Chris Grier is about to laugh about. I wanted to do a live stream on this, but I left it alone. The better me said, leave it alone, TD. Don't get on them like that. Just leave it alone. But now I got to bring it up because Chris Grier actually laughs about it. Oh, my God. He did the same thing I did, which is laugh about it. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all what he about to say, but then I want y'all to hear it from him. Do y'all know that Stephen Ross won an award recently? Are you guys aware that Stephen Ross won an award? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Do you know that Stephen Ross just won an award for all the good works that he does? And do you know who actually gave him the award? Do y'all actually know who gave him the award? It's hilarious. He just won an award from Tua Tagovailoa's agent. Tua Tagovailoa's agent gave Stephen Ross an award for all the good work he does. Just put it like that, all right? I said, I'm going to leave it alone because Stephen Ross does do a lot of great things in the community and for great causes. He actually does over and beyond. So I remember they were attacking him months ago about his support of the president. But at the end of the day, listen, this man does a lot of work for a lot of different, like he said, whenever he resigned from that foundation, I'll continue to do my great works. And that's one thing I will tell you he does. He does. But Tua Tagovailoa's agent gives him an award for all the good work he does. Now, I want y'all to hear what Chris Grier says about it, because Chris Grier didn't even know about it. Chris Grier had no idea about it. He is just finding out when they ask him about it right here live at the interview. They literally ask him about it, and he's like, I didn't even know about it. Then he starts giggling like, well, I guess he deserved. Oh, my God. Me crack up, man. It just made me crack up, man. Grier didn't even know about it. And when he thought about it, when he said, I didn't even know about it, then he started kind of like giggling because he knew. He already knew. It was like, what? What is this? Here we go, man. Oh, this ain't it yet. This ain't it, but it's coming. They just asked. We'll get there, man. We'll get there. But they just asked, do you think owner Stephen Ross wants to see an elite quarterback?
So, like find the right guy to be the quarterback. You see how important it is around the league. So let's just say it's Steve, it's Brian, myself, everyone, coaching staff, scouts. We think it's important that we find the right guy to be a leader and the quarterback here for a long time.
What do you think about Tua's agent honoring?
Here it is. What do you think about Tua's agent honoring Stevens with the philanthropy award?
That's the first time I've heard it. We've been in, like all last week. We're in meetings all day, and then we went right down here. So good for him. He deserves it. And I'm happy, but now it's the first time I've heard it.
Man, EM, I forgot to even ask you about that, man. When we do the next panel, man, you got to tell me about that. What's up with that, man? Agent coming out giving Ross an award, man. And look at the timing, bro. Look at the timing. Come on, man. Is he trying to buy a early draft pick? I don't want to go that far, but I'm just saying it makes you wonder. Is the man trying to literally buy an early draft pick? Get a fit. Hey, man, we're going to throw Stephen Ross in the war and make sure we on the radar. You already know what time it is. Come on, man.
The trend seems to be the league is going towards more athletic quarterbacks, more guys who can move, more guys who can move the pocket. Is that just because that's what college is delivering, or is it just because that's where the game is going? Or do you disagree with that that's the trend?
No, I think it's probably a combination of both those, because it's nowadays everything's high school and youth is 7-on-7, so it's get the ball out.
Shout out the ball game.
RPOs and stuff. So, the college game's producing a lot of it. But the big thing is those guys are having success doing it. If guys were doing it and they weren't successful, people wouldn't be confident. And I just think, the game's evolving into that. And I think quarterbacks that can run just add another dimension that's hard for defenses to account for. So it's kind of an exciting trend to see that, the game moving that way and giving more guys that in the past you probably, not ignored, but probably, like, oh, it'll be okay. And so, it's an exciting thing for football and football fans.
Are you a fan of a quarterback running 150, 200 times a year?
I would say I'm not sure how to answer that, because I don't want to, because it's been really effective for some players, but you always, like, it's such a violent game, you always worry about injuries, and especially if it's your franchise guy. But there's some dynamic players that skill set is for that team, and those teams that use it. It's what springboarded into winning as well. So you just gotta understand what it is.
Since Gase was fired, you were appointed as GM. The Dolphins, Tua has been linked to the Dolphins since that point. Do you think that's kind of unfair over the past 2 years that it's been the case like that? And do you even feel pressure to maybe, evaluate him and draft him, come April?
We'll evaluate him just like every player in it. So, like I said, when people were talking about all this stuff in the past, we said, right, we were never tanking. I mean, we were trying to win and build. And so, to say one player was attached to us, you can't control what fans, fans, people in the media say. So, no, there's no pressure for us. I mean, the pressure for us is to find the right guy to be the quarterback for the Dolphins. And,
listen, man.
Whether it's him or someone else, but that's the pressure.
Listen, Chris Grier has spoken, man. They asking this man a question. Do you think there's any pressure to draft Tua ever since you fired Gase? The Dolphins have been linked to him. Is there pressure to do it? He says no pressure. It's pressure just like any other player. We're looking for the right player. The only pressure we have is to make sure that we draft the right player. That's the only pressure. We don't have any, obligation or anything like that. We're looking for the right player, but I can't control what the fans and the media are putting out there. And we were never tanking for anyone. We were just rebuilding. And, I mean, what more do you want the man to say? What more do you want him to say? Now, he did say, I mean, whether we were to draft him or not, it was never that was never the case, pretty much. It was never the case. I mean, we're not linked to just any one player, period. What more do you want him to say? It's that simple. It is that simple, man. And once again, let me repeat it one more time. Repeat it one more time for all y'all who just can't hear. I can't control what the fans and the media is saying out there. It's that simple. That's all it is. Media driven. And he said it earlier in the interview. That's just the media. Can't control that. Can't control that. So it's like, let me say this, guys, because I have someone who's talking to me that's close to the situation. I hear from other people close to the situation talking to people. And listen, I don't take anybody's word. I may sometimes talk about some of the things I hear, but listen, like he said, he's about to say, you won't know until the day of the draft. You won't know until the day of the draft. It's that simple, man. Simple, man.
Finding the right guy to lead the organization.
One more than per.
Some of the players that you drafted and been a part of the process you drafted in recent years.
We don't need to listen to that. That's the last part. They're basically calling them out, honestly, if you ask me. They said some of the players that you drafted, how do you feel that when they go to another team, they've been successful, like Ryan, Minka, and stuff like that? He says, I can't focus on that. I wish them success. I'm happy for their success, but I got to focus on how we can make the Miami Dolphins winners. That's pretty much what he said at the end of it. He can't focus on those guys. Now, EM says send the link, but I'm not on the other software. I can hop off and get on the other one and do a quick panel if you want it. You don't want that smoke. But anyway, TD, if Rosen is the guy, y'all see, I ain't even finished reading his statement. I'll finish it in a second. But he's saying if Rosen is the guy, nobody said Rosen was the guy. Grier didn't say Rosen was the guy. You see what EM, he's arguing with himself, y'all. He arguing as if people are saying Rosen is the guy, when all of us continue to argue that he could be the guy. There is a difference. There is a difference in being the guy and could be the guy. But when you tell people Rosen could be the guy, all they hear is, man, you crazy if you think Rosen the guy. Nobody say they think Rosen's the guy. They say he could be the guy. The problem is some of y'all have is you write people off right away, just like you did Tannehill, just like you do a lot of players. Nobody's saying he's the guy. All a lot of people are arguing is put some things around him and let's determine if he the guy. Don't get mad at people that do that just because you already determined he's not, and it don't make you right. It doesn't make you right. You're just trying to impose your opinion on everybody else. Maybe I'm jumping ahead. Let me finish reading what he said. Why are they looking to draft a quarterback? Yeah, just what I thought. Just what I thought. And they're looking to draft a quarterback because they don't know if he's the guy or not. That's the point I'm trying to make to you. I thought your football IQ would be a little bit better. That's what you like to tell people. I thought your IQ would be your comprehension would be a little bit better to understand that. Just a little. Now you're talking about, okay, just want to make sure. Bruh, I've already said it. I've said it 100 times. Sometimes y'all just want to hear it the way you want to hear it. Y'all don't even want to hear anything with the Miami Dolphins associated with Rosen, or you're against it. You can't be like that, man. You just can't be like that. What are your thoughts on Hurts in the second round? Hey, whatever we can do to give Josh Rosen competition would be a great idea. Fitzpatrick might be coming back. Grier spoke highly of him in this interview. So it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on. Ian gets mad because everyone won't agree with him like a crime. Y'all crazy. If you got too many QBs, you don't got one. I agree. And once again, nobody's saying we got a QB. We just trying to find out. All right. No trading up for Burrow. Take the best available at our pick. Well, you heard what Grier said, man. I don't know. Reason said FM Cincy will want too much. Like I said yesterday, when you're in the top 5, the team knows you're targeting someone. The scale goes out of the window, and they'll try to overcharge. Yeah, but Reason, they said, they asked Chris Grier straight up, do you think you have enough assets to move up and get who you want? Yeah, I know we do. That was his exact words. I know we do. Pretty much. Yeah, we got enough. So I'm not saying we moving up. I would be upset if we moved up. I ain't gonna lie though, I can't sit here in front, having Joe Burrow on the roster, like the Miami Dolphins went all out for Joe Burrow. For me, it's like, why did we get rid of all the assets? All right, let me chill. Can we at least put a line in front of them and let's see what we can do? At the end of the day, I mean, it's still having Joe Burrow, but still, I feel like it would set us back. I would be disappointed, but I wouldn't be 100% mad. We got Joe Burrow. I wouldn't be 100% mad. The way that kid played this season. I mean it. Y'all think I'm hating on Tua and other people when I say it. The way Burrow played this season, ain't nobody touching this man. Pro style, poised, under pressure, smooth, calm, collected, getting the job done, making plays with his legs, just everything. And y'all can say, oh, you just hating on other players, man. Okay, call it what you want. I was just highly impressed with Burrow. Now, in my opinion, it was in a perfect situation, if you ask me. He had protection, he had this and that. But I still, if we're grading on what we grading everybody else on, I saw pro football. I saw next level. I saw greatness. Now he could turn out to be a bum in the next level. I don't know, but that's how he makes me feel when I watch them. So if we were to break the bank for Joe Burrow, I would be very disappointed in this organization for getting rid of all those assets, which could have been several possibly great players. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't be as hard to move on because at least we went with a guy who we ain't worrying about if he going to continue to get hurt. I'm just saying. Again, I ain't for it. But I ain't going to start no mutiny over it. That's all I'm saying. Grade him for his whole college career. That's not how it works, You're My Sunshine. It don't work like that. You can't grade a player for his whole college career if it got better and better. Because that's what you call progression. Now, you'll grade somebody for their whole college career if it was great and then it looked trash and then it's just up and down. That's the knock on love. Turnovers. Great talent. Just turnovers. That's the knock on him. But Joe Burrow, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Tua is next level. It depends on how you look at the levels, EM. Levels can be going up and they can also be going down. You could be digging like, hey, when are we getting to the next level? That's going down. I'm just saying. Just keeping it 100. Being a little too literal. Man. Think about this. Joe Burrow beat UCF by 8 points. And think about the fact that other players didn't even beat Joe Burrow that you might like over Joe Burrow. So Joe Burrow beats UCF by 8 points, but the other teams can't beat Joe Burrow. See, your equation there don't add up. It makes no sense. You want to look at he only beat a team by 8 points, then that means whoever you in love with should have beat him. It's that simple. Y'all love to pick on people in certain little ways, but don't want to use it full circle. No, that ain't gonna happen. Not with me. Not with me. So I don't care if he beat a D8 school. There ain't no D8 school, but I don't care if he was to beat a middle school by 2 points. Then why couldn't you beat the guy that beat a middle school by 2 points? It's that simple. So it don't matter to me that at the end of the day, who cares about the points? The only thing that matters is that W. That simple, man. I'm good, money, man. Shout out to you, homie. Tua always played well. Anybody can get hurt. It didn't look like he played well in the national championship that he lost. I mean, am I wrong here? Maybe I'm tripping. I mean, because I watched that game. I'll be out there sooner rather than later, brother. We'll definitely get together. Oh, you talking to somebody? UCF is a good team when Burrow played them. It don't matter if they were the sorriest team in the country. What they got to do with anything? He got a W, and then whoever you like couldn't even beat him. So none of that matters. None of that matters. It's that easy, man. What about the national championship he won, TD? What about the one he lost? Reason. How about that? Pick the place Central Florida. I'm buying. Nice Tannehill posted dream girl. Shout out to you, Adam. I'm glad you like it. Hopefully we can find our franchise quarterback so I'll replace it. That's the deal. As soon as we find our franchise quarterback, Tannehill goes to shreds. It's that simple. It's that simple, man. Kingzilla said TD equals smoke. But you don't want on here listening to smoke. Some people, boy. Love you, Kingzilla. Bro, he won a national title before he was 20. Stop. Way more pressure as a freshman. Was it? Was it made more pressure? Coming in the game, just throwing it up and the receivers making a hell of a catches. Come on, man. It missed me with that. Y'all put too much weight behind him winning a national championship. Because I can make an argument that he was one of the main reasons they lost one too. Oh man, bring back the coach who did cocaine. Oh Lord, this guy bugging. Yo, TD, how many of these number one picks would you give the Vikings for Dalvin Cook? We need some cap space, man. We need cap space? What are you talking about? We don't need no cap space. We got cap space, and I would give them 0 number one picks for Dalvin Cook because I'll go find one of these young studs in the draft. There's about 3 of them that I love in particular. And 2 of them I might be able to get in the second round. So 0 is my answer. Hey, TD, you should know that boy Rosen gonna ball out. Now, money man, I shouldn't know anything until they prove it. So don't put that on me to just know Rosen's gonna ball out. First of all, we need to get the team around him, and then it's up to him. I have never been one sitting up here saying Rosen's going to do this and Rosen's going to do that. I have never. I know EM will tell you I did, but I have never. What I don't like is giving players like Josh Rosen unfair opportunities. Give him an offensive line, and let's see what he can do. But I'm not going to sit here and put a grade on his sheet with the line that he had in front of him this year, with the coach that he had in front of him this year on the offense. I just can't. That's all. So I don't want none of y'all who love Rosen to think that I'm selling them to you. And I don't want none of y'all who hate Rosen to think that I'm pushing them on you. I'm just saying, let's be transparent. Let's have the same energy with everybody that we evaluate. Let's have the same energy. Rosen ain't no different from what I said about Tannehill. Make sure you got the right team around him. Give him what Mahomes has. How about that? Can we be fair? Give him what Russell Wilson has. Can we be fair, ladies and gentlemen? Can we give him what Garoppolo has? Can we give him what Tannehill has right now? Can we give him what a lot of these other teams have right now? Come on. Let's talk here. That's all I'm ever talking about. I don't care if we draft Tua Tagovailoa tomorrow. Can we give them what everybody else has before we start judging them? Tua can come out there throwing interceptions, doing X, Y, and Z. I don't care. I'm not judging the kid until I know that he got the things around him that he needs, because it's unfair. And that's what a lot of people love to do. Oh, look what Kyler Murray's able to do with Arizona that Josh Rosen couldn't. How many games they won? Well, 2 more than Rosen. Who cares? They ain't in the playoffs. Ain't the quarterback y'all keep talking about supposed to make the difference? So why was Kyler Murray not in the playoffs? Why was he not in the playoffs, if you want to have that argument? Why was he 3 games away from the playoffs? So miss me with all of that. Miss me with every piece of it. Use the same energy for everybody. Because if I'm around here talking about Kyler Murray ain't the guy, they need to move on. Oh, you tripping? Kyler Murray balled out. Then why his team ain't in the playoffs? Why is his team not in the playoffs then? Or wasn't even fighting for it at the end to maybe the last 3 games of the season we still got a chance? No, it was eliminated. 3 weeks left. Ain't no chance. So y'all miss me with that crap, man. Please miss me with it. Please. Let's just keep the same energy for everybody. That's all I continue to ask. So be fair, man. Because if we're not going to be fair, we'll never evaluate our quarterback the right way. We'll never determine if a guy is good enough or not. And that's been our biggest problem. It hasn't been we had never did this, we never did that, we never did this, we never did that. No, we just evaluated talent wrong. And a big part of that is because we never considered the attributables of each player. He not the running back for us. But we ain't got an O-line. It don't matter. He should still get it done. Some of y'all truly believe in the back of your mind that a Derrick Henry in Miami would have rushed for over 1,000 yards this season. Like literally, Derrick Henry had 1,600 or something like that yards this year. And some of y'all literally in the back of your head truly believe that with this O-line, Derrick Henry would have rushed for over 1,000 this year. But I'm here to tell you, after about 6 games, Derrick Henry would have got benched. And some of y'all are saying Derrick Henry ain't the answer, man. They need to go to Balazs. That's the funny part about it. If Derrick Henry were running behind that line and Balazs wasn't getting any carries, man, they need to go to Balazs. So, man, Derrick Henry don't know how to. Because what was happening to us this year was perfect to get to Derrick Henry. You got to stop him in the backfield. And that's what teams deal with this trash O-line in the run game. You let him get a full head of steam, he gonna run people over, but you can't run nobody over when you just get the ball. You ain't got no steam going yet. He would have been benched. But some of y'all really do believe it. Y'all really do believe in the back of your head that if Derrick, man, we need to run him back. We need to go get a real workhorse. If we have Derrick Henry gonna be a free agency, if we go get him, that'll fix the run game. Oh my gosh, man. Who we talking football with? Who we talking football with? Another thing is this thing takes time, man, to build something. It takes time. It really does. It really does. Balaj needs to go. LOL. Maybe, but we don't know. Ray Finkel has my Hall of Fame vote, man. Y'all better go vote for Zach Thomas, man. They better not snub. They trying to snub our guy, man. Y'all got to go vote for him. I voted yesterday and today on all my devices. So y'all need to go vote for Zach Thomas, man. They trying to snub our boy again. He ain't even in the top 5. He ain't in the top 5, so y'all need to go vote for him. Zach made it. When did that happen? He's a finalist, but that don't mean he made it. And y'all correct me if I'm wrong and acknowledge me if I'm right. Did something just happen that said he made it? I don't even think it comes out yet. I thought that was Super Bowl weekend or something. They announced it. Give me your best Zach Thomas memory. Just playing for the Dolphins. Everything about his career was a great memory. He was gritty. He surrendered his body. He gave it all. Just loved how, and I was young watching this cat, man. I used to love just seeing his jersey dirty all the time. Like he rolling in mud out there. Didn't care, man. He was putting it on the line. I was a young kid, man. Not young, but I was a teenager. Young teens, though, I believe. Putting it on the line, man. A true Dolphin. Super Bowl weekend, I figured, man. Y'all say he made it. But when I voted, they show you who got the top 5 votes right now, and Zach Thomas ain't in the top 5. He a top 15 finalist, but he ain't in the top 5. So y'all got to go vote, man. Y'all got to go vote. Go vote. Elbows always bleeding. Zach Thomas, you better know it. Jason Taylor dated Zach Thomas' sister. Yes, it's true. Zach was everywhere on the field, but in okay with two. I don't know what that means. Where do we vote at? Man, just go online and say Hall of Fame vote. Trust me, you'll have a link. It'll be right there. So why we hire the high school coach again? Gretel, why not? Why not? You know, you got to look at it like that, man. Y'all stop looking at the glass half full. Why did we draft a high school coach? Well, ask yourself, why not? Because he a high school coach? What they got to do with anything? Brian Flores actually just addressed this the other day. A coach is a coach. Brian Flores said, I do not believe in that logic that you have to have some NFL or collegiate experience as a coach to be an NFL coach. No, you don't. Those are Brian Flores' words. I echo those sentiments. I agree with him. A coach is a coach. If you know how to teach, that's what people don't understand, man. And I learned this in corporate America, man, and it helped me realize the best coaches know how to teach and help players understand why. There's been inside information about Josh Rosen this year about how O'Shea didn't provide that for Rosen. He didn't teach him the why we're doing this, what it benefits, how it schemed against other teams. He just teaching them this is what you're supposed to do. Go do it. Treating them like he Brady. This ain't Brady. This is a kid trying to become a Brady one day. But you don't know how to teach. You've been living off of a superstar quarterback so long that you don't know how to teach. Some can say that's speculative, but that's just real talk. That's real talk. You got to know how to teach. Let them know why we're doing this. Show them the bigger picture. Teach these kids football. Not because you run a 4-3 and you got good hands and you a master of the game. No, teach them why you're supposed to run the route this way. What it does to the defense. How you can manipulate the defense. How you can leverage everything about the game. It ain't just about your 4-3 with great hands. It ain't just about that. It's bigger than that, man. And I don't know if some of y'all know how to play spades, but it's no different. It's as simple as playing spades. You can know the rules of spades and play it the correct way the whole time. But you ain't great in spades unless you know how to pimp a card. And only real spades players know what I'm talking about. When you got the ace and the queen and you the second one to act and you play the queen instead of the ace. Only real players know what I'm talking about. Only real players know what I'm talking about. Come on, man. I'm trying to talk to y'all. Y'all don't hear me. I know that went over a lot of y'all head because some of y'all don't even know what I'm talking about right now. But if you know what I'm talking about, you get it. It's bigger than that, man. It's teaching you how to make more out of less. Make more out of less, man. But this guy in high school is revered to know how to teach the game. And that's what Rosen didn't have. Anyone teaching him the game last year. People saying that Rosen got most of his teaching from Fitzpatrick. Come on, man. Where they do that at? They ain't supposed to be happening. Veterans supposed to teach you things, but that coach supposed to be working with you. And this is why they had to bring in an independent person to work directly with Rosen last year, starting week 7. I ain't even know all this. I mean, I got this information yesterday. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. That's what Flores was saying. He wants guys who can teach the game to his players. Exactly. Not just put them in a spot and tell them their assignment. Good as that. Because when you out there on the field, your assignment could actually change based off of what you learned about the game. You might see something happening that will take you outside of your assignment, but you know the game and that's why you're doing it and you made a big play by doing it. But if you were to just follow the game plan, it's like being able to freestyle only because you know the game and you know that what we called goes out of the window because you just saw that. So it changes what you're doing. You got to know this game, man. You got to. And especially at the quarterback situation, we need people teaching. They in this type of coverage. Let me tell you, everybody, people be in the comment section always saying TD hates quarterbacks. There ain't no quarterback TD likes. Let me tell you what I want in a quarterback. I want that Peyton Manning type quarterback. And I ain't even talk about skill. Of course, they got to have skill. They got to have the arm. They got to have the accuracy. They got to have the strength. They have to have the pocket presence. They have to have but I want that Peyton Manning brain. Everybody talk about all the skills players got, right? Jordan Love, Herbert, Tua, this, that, this. They talk about all the skills players got, but nobody talking about the brains. And when they do talk about the brains, all they talk about is how smart they are. I ain't asked how smart they are. I don't care if they got an 8.0 in school. I don't care if they got a 50.0 GPA. Ain't possible, but you get my point. I don't care nothing about all that. I don't care that they learned the playbook in 13 seconds. I don't care about that. I want you to have football smarts. I want you to be able to look at that defense, know what they're trying to do, and say, the play I have called is going to beat this. But you know what? I know another play that'll beat it real bad. Just audible at the line. I want that. I want the Peyton Manning. That's what I want. Make the game easy. Truth be told, Peyton Manning wasn't athletic. He wasn't as good as a lot of quarterbacks when it comes to skill. That man just out-thought you on the field. He put everybody in the best situation possible. And he did it. He did it. Ain't nobody was calling no plays in the Peyton Manning, and even if they did, he probably ran 20% of them his career. He did it. He's always been the master of changing the play into, like the man said it himself, I had this call that would have beat it, but, I like this play better in that type of situation. You ain't getting that with none of these superstar young kids. Patrick Mahomes ain't out there audibling like this. Kyler Murray ain't out there audibling like this. Lamar Jackson sure ain't audibling like this. None of them. Tua ain't audibling. Ain't none of these cats freaking audibling. They just getting the play, running it, and expecting their first read to be open. Facts. Freaking facts. You wonder why I don't get all enamored about a player. Straight up facts, man. Straight up freaking facts, man. That's what I want in a freaking quarterback. If you really want to know, for those who say I don't like no quarterbacks. Look, CL Scales, chill out. You don't know what Mahomes doing at that line. Listen, that's the one thing you can't hide. You can look at them and tell what they're doing at the line. You can look at them and tell what they're doing at the line. You can look at every quarterback in this league right now. Mahomes sure as heck ain't doing it. And I ain't talking about the safety's coming downhill. Let me give my receiver a signal for the go route. That ain't what I'm freaking talking about. Peyton Manning didn't care nothing about, the safety coming downhill. I got one-on-one outside. Let me give him the signal. That ain't what Peyton Manning did. Peyton Manning, that's what Mahomes and all them doing. Peyton Manning said, the safety coming down, up offensive line, blah, 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 blah. He changing the whole play because he don't care nothing about the one-on-one. He trying to put 3 people in a one-on-one. Because that one-on-one that coverage might be great out there. And Peyton Manning ain't got to go there because he gonna create multiple options in that situation. Multiple. Y'all getting enamored about quarterbacks sitting there sending a guy in motion. Oh, they're in a zone because he didn't follow him. All right. So now I know instead of going to my first and second read, I'm going to go straight to my third read because he sits down and just in case they're running a zone. Oh, okay. I got it now. They're in a zone. So let me hike it. I'm not going to worry about first and second read. I'm just going to wait on my third read. Hut, third read. Yeah, you sat down. There you go. No, y'all getting enamored about a guy sending somebody in motion to see if it's zone or man. Come on, man. Come on. I want to see you change the whole freaking play, communicate with the O-line, talk to your running back, talk to your receivers, and it's a whole new huddle. Because you about to destroy what they in. Not just get a better matchup on the outside. There is only one Peyton Manning, and he struggled with interceptions also. Come on, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here with that mess. Get out of here with that mess, please. That's what Fitzmagic doing with Parker, the hand signal trash. I mean, at the end of the day, if it's going to work, it's going to work. But what if Parker ain't catching it or he's guarded very well? You're just taking a shot and you might get picked off or whatever it may be. You're going for your one-on-one battle. But y'all who've been watching football long enough know what I'm talking about. You study the playbook. And Brady y'all better understand something. Brady didn't start doing that until like the last 7 years of his career. That's a fact too. When Peyton Manning retired, then you saw Brady doing it a lot more. Brady can say that he always watched film, but trust me, Brady hit a whole new level with audibles around the time when Peyton Manning retired. Before Brady was doing the little checks and stuff too. But I'm telling you now, Brady started doing it late in his career, but that's when I knew Brady had evolved. People are like, oh, Brady was always Brady. He's just great. Yeah, because he always put up the numbers. But trust me, when you watch him at that line of scrimmage, you saw a whole new Brady whenever they was playing, when he was playing against Manning during that time, where both of them were the hot commodities. And when Manning retired, Brady took that over. He was doing that, but he wasn't doing that early in his career. Brady wasn't doing that early in his career. And I get that these young guys aren't doing it early in their career either, and that's fair. But these coaches ain't even, let me tell you, here's the problem I got. The coaches ain't even starting to work on it with them. Time and time again, we done seen these 7 and 8 year quarterbacks, ain't none of them still doing it. Not even trying to or starting to. You know why? Because they done got so used to what the basics just working. They get all these lazy coaches out here. They've gotten lazy. They got lazy. Straight up lazy. TD, we need O-line, running back, and more defense. The wide receivers are good. Everybody knows we need an O-line. I mean, we need a running back to fill the depth chart, but again, I'm not sitting here giving up on Ballage or Laird or any of those guys. Not at all. And I know that we will bring in another back, though. I know that we will. I've seen Mahomes audible. He's just not yelling Omaha. No. See. Stop that. Peyton Manning wouldn't understand her talking about Omaha. No. Peyton Manning was Omaha, taking a step back, talking to his people, walking across his offensive line, letting them know. And he's doing it so loud that the receivers can hear it, so he ain't got to look at them. Trust me, he was going in totally different plays. Totally different plays. And another thing Peyton Manning was infamous for that they don't talk about, he used to call 3 plays in the huddle. We got this play, we got that play, and we got that play. He used to call 3 plays, and that's what the Omaha was. There's a lot of speculation on the Omaha, but the Omaha signaled different things on how he said it, which will tell you which play he wants based off of the defense. If he says Omaha once, then I want that second play we call in the huddle. If he says it twice, it's different things that they said it would mean. And sometimes every week he'll change up what it means. That's what I want. Because he used to get defenses in trouble trying to guess. Like, it's crazy when you got a defense trying to guess what if the Omaha is about to beat what they in, so they'll be changing. It's crazy. Peyton Manning will be at the line talking about Omaha, and defenses will be changing their play too. Like, wow, you don't even know what he's changing to, but you just changing, and nobody motioned and nobody moved, but you changing. Come on, man. Got defenses guessing out there. Guessing. That's what I want. To answer your question, that's what I want. That is individual effort, not coaching. Peyton Manning played in the NFL for 19 years. Very large sample size. Yes, sir. And I tell you what, he's been doing that for at least 15 years. At least 15 years owning his offense like that. At least 15. Wait, what did you ask? He's that info, man. I followed Peyton Manning. He did not average no 20 interceptions in his first 5 years. Stop it. Loso, you can't listen to everybody, Loso. I think Mahomes is about to be punched in the mouth. We will see my friend's defense. Vic, I think he should be. It's going to happen, but you never know what you're going to get. That's why I was surprised that Tennessee wasn't putting any pressure. They were sending 3 and 4 instead of 5 and 6. Everybody keep on talking about this. Oh, when you send pressure, that's when Mahomes is at his best. Go look up the league's definition of pressure. Against Tennessee, they locked it. They literally said he was pressured 24 times. Did y'all see 24 pressures? Just because he got 8 seconds to throw the ball and nobody coming to him, and then he started rolling out to the left, and the defender is 10 feet behind him chasing him, they call that a pressure in the NFL. And then while he out there with a guy 10 feet away from him running away, he throws a deep bomb for a touchdown, and that goes into the stats of, oh, he's the best when he's under pressure. People need to stop with these false facts. It's a fact that they call it a pressure, and his numbers are that way when he's pressured, but it ain't real pressure. But that's what it goes down to in the NFL. Anytime the quarterback leaves the pocket, they consider it pressure. It's ridiculous. They need to go ahead and get those advanced stats a little bit more accurate. They need to get advanced stats a little bit more accurate. Literally, a quarterback, and nobody can be around him, but if he run out of the pocket, pressured, goes down in the book as a pressure. And Mahomes love rolling out just because. He loves rolling out. Oh, he kills people under pressure. He's like the best in the league. Only one interception under pressure. The man ain't under pressure. And then the few times he is under pressure, they obliterate him. They sack him because he holds on to the ball too. Now, that's one player that holds on to the ball too long. But nobody talk about it because you know why? He don't get any pressure. And then whenever he run to the sideline, he done took 18 seconds off the clock and he throw the ball away. See, he's smart with it. Nah, y'all know what I'm talking about. But that's all right. The first time somebody actually sent 5 and 6, because here's what I don't understand. Why do people ignore the first half of the Patriots AFC Championship game last year? Y'all should go look at the film, like literally. Go look at the film of the AFC Championship game last year. When New England was sending 5 and 6 at a time, bump and run, man-to-man coverage, nobody's ever seen him look that bad. But that's the first time anybody's ever done that. And don't let nobody lie and say plenty people have tried. It would be a straight-up lie. They are lying because people respect his receivers more than they respect him. They're not telling you that. That ain't a narrative out there. Nobody talks about that. But the truth is, defensive coordinators respect his receivers more than they respect him. And that's why they put 7 in the secondary instead of sending pressure to him. Because putting 7 in the secondary, you're banking on guarding the receivers. That's what you're trying to stop. You're not trying to stop him. You're trying to stop the receivers. You're basically saying, give them all the time in the world. Hopefully we get there. Hopefully, I mean, EM, you can say, yeah, okay, but come on, man. Is that logic not really like, come on, man. Just for once, try to act like you don't believe I'm hating on the man and just say, just act like, man, TD's the most credible thing ever. Let me listen to his logic without bias. Like, really just consider what I'm saying here. You think they worried about Mahomes if they drop 7 and 8 in the secondary and only rush 3 to him? They're not worried about him. They're more worried about the receivers. They want to make sure everybody's covered. They're making this game easy for him to be able to run and do all of that. Does that not make sense? Because every piece of sample size we have of them of any team sending 5 or 6, I mean legitimate 5 or 6, he don't look the same. I mean, come on. AFC Championship game, one of the first times we all seen it. And it only happened in the first half. And I always point to that game because for some reason, the Patriots allowed us to get 2 sides of the spectrum. First half, sending 5 and 6 the whole game. Second half, sending 3 and 4. And then he came all the way back by like 30 points, eating them up. Eating them up. That's why I'm telling y'all, go watch the AFC Championship game last year. It's a perfect game to watch because you got both spectrums. You got the same defense in the first half sending nothing but pressure intentionally. And they got a big lead. And then in the second half, they only sending 3 and 4 and he coming back eating them up alive. Eating them alive. The whole game, I was even live on the game talking about what are the Patriots doing? Why did they stop what they're doing in the first half? Go check out my live stream. I was saying it during the game. I was literally saying it during the game, and it baffled me because I think the Patriots second guessed themselves. They said, well, they know what we was doing in the first half. We're going to switch it up in the second half and just play more coverage in the secondary. They're going to think that we're bringing pressure. That's what I think the Patriots did. What's the point? I just got back in the chat. No, the point was that I think that if San Francisco bring the house, that they can actually show the same thing the Patriots show in the first half of the AFC Championship game last year. But if they play like Tennessee, playing all that backup, playing 10 yards off and only sending 3 and 4, Patrick Mahomes is going to destroy them. He's going to eat them alive. He's going to eat them alive. You have no chance. You giving this guy that much time to throw the ball, you won't have any chance. Unless they're banking on their front four actually doing so good that they get there, those guys got to play one of the best games of their career and get there with only 4 and not allow him to roll out to get it done. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm not saying they can't rush 4 and still get it done, but boy, that D-line must be going to have one of the best performances that we've seen in the NFL if they think they're going to get it done, because Kansas City Chiefs have an O-line for you. Nobody talk about the protection. They got an O-line. Nobody mentioned that, but that O-line is stout in pass protection. They really are, man. I know you got your Bosas and all of that, but listen, them boys know how to block. They know how to block. So we'll see. It'll be a good one. San Francisco is a zone-based team, TD. I don't know why you keep saying that, EM. We know what they are as a base team, but when you get in the playoffs, you are what you think is going to neutralize the other team. It's that simple. Of course, we're going to see them running some of their base, but they should be game planning not just in their base, but they got a game plan to the other team as well. And if they don't, then they're going to lose. It's that simple. It's that simple. The Finns should go after Armstead. He a free agent, Teddy Bridgewater. It's going to be a lot of great players in free agency, man. I can't wait. I literally cannot wait, man. This is going to be a good free agency. It's going to be a good draft. I think a lot of y'all know that, man. It ain't going to get any better than this. It ain't going to get better than this, man. This is going to be a great draft and a great free agency. We got one of the most exciting off seasons of our career. More exciting than we had this season. That's what you got to understand. This off season is going to be more exciting than the regular season. Somebody said, please, Jesus, send us Teddy. Wow, really? You want Teddy? San Francisco doesn't have the personnel to match up from a man-to-man standpoint. Again, EM, that's why you have to make every play shorter. See, it ain't just having the personnel to match up man-to-man. You put it like this. If I know, let me put it like this. See, it's all schematic. Y'all got to think about schematic football. If I'm a cornerback and I know that this is a mismatch because Hill is in front of me, I got Tyreek Hill in front of me, and he's about to run a go route, and he is way faster than me, and he's about to destroy me on this go route or on bump and run. He is about to destroy me. And that's what EM means about they don't have enough to match up. That's happening in a lot of cases. So you got to put those defenders in a position to not be exposed. So let me help y'all understand my logic here. So you have to say to yourself as a defensive coordinator, I mean, my guys can't match up. So should we just forfeit the game and give up? No, I got to develop a plan that might counter the fact that we can't match up. Okay, these guys can run past us all day. They can kill us with the deep ball. All right, how do I eliminate the deep ball? I can play everybody back, but they're going to guarantee the short route. How can I eliminate the deep ball and eliminate the catch and run? Because that's what they're good at, catching the ball, having space, because everybody wants to eliminate the deep ball. They catch the ball in 5 yards and pick up another 12 because they already in space. How can I eliminate that too? Shout out to Quentin Riddle. He said, EM, you're really rude. Well, everybody know that. He talked to everybody anyway. It's crazy. But this is what you're supposed to do as a defensive coordinator. You're supposed to, the same thing the Miami Dolphins start doing this year. Okay, I don't want to get beat over the top. That means I have to make this game quick for the quarterback. I have to force him to throw quick passes. How do you force him to throw quick passes? A quarterback like Mahomes with that O-line, I got to send 5 or 6. Well, so if I send 5 or 6, he's only going to have about 2 to 3 seconds to throw the ball, especially since I got guys like Bosa and them boys. They already going to be killing a one-on-one battle. So I can't put these guys in a position to get double teamed. So if I could put them in a position to have a one-on-one, I know that they're going to kill it. And we got extra pressure coming. We're going to get at least 2 guys on my defensive line in San Francisco. I got at least 2 guys that are going to dominate their one-on-one. The Chiefs benefit when there is 3 and 4 man rushes because they chip, they double team, they do all of that. But you know what? I'm going to send 5 or 6. So I'm guaranteed to have dogs get there. Mahomes is only going to have about 3 seconds to throw the ball. Max. So ain't no deep ball happening in 3 seconds. Why? He can float it up there, but I'm not going to have my guy. I'm going to have them play everything in front of him in a tackling angle. So what I'm going to do, he got to make a quick read, a quick pass, and there could be no mistakes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have all my inside DBs play about 4 yards off the line of scrimmage. 4 yards off the line of scrimmage. So whatever move they make right away, we can be at the worst case scenario. If they first move blast off, we could be in a close trailing position. We ain't going to be beat because if I'm on that line of scrimmage, bump and run, if I can't compete with these guys, I can try to bump them. All it takes is one of them making a move and we missing. Oh, that's a touchdown. So I'm going to play 4 yards off for all inside receivers. 4 yards out. Just 4. 4 yards off. So whatever first move they make, I'm either stride for stride with them or I'm in a close trailing position. So if there is a completion, which it'll have to be a perfect throw, and it'll have to be a good catch, it's an immediate tackle. So we're taking away all the short passes and they get the yards after catch. We're making them throw the ball 80 times this game. Short passes all over the field because eventually a mistake will be made and we're eliminating the yards at the catch. No yak. So that's the inside receivers. Now the outside receivers, they're going to be playing 7 yards off with the inside position. 7 yards off with the inside position. I don't know if some of y'all understand what that means. If you play 7 yards off with the inside position, the reason why I'm saying inside, because as soon as that ball hike, that outside receiver can come across the field and already be ahead of you and catching the ball underneath. And you can't win that battle. But that's why I want you playing the inside position. If they go across, you're not far behind. I want you literally not lined up man to man with him. I want you literally lined up a foot inside. So if he's straight inside, you diving down and you're right there stride for stride with them. If he's on the go route at the angle that you're at, you can meet him out on the go. And because the quarterback got to throw it right away on the go. With a 5-man rush or a 6-man rush with the D-line San Francisco has, you got to throw it right away. So if we give you anything, it'll be a quick pass that get tackled right away. And some of them we going to bat down. Some of them y'all going to mess up. And that's what I would do. I'm not sitting here playing these 10 yards off the line of scrimmage and they running 5-yard outs and running after the catch all day. Why are you giving guaranteed stuff? Why Tennessee giving them guaranteed? I'm sitting there watching before pre-snap. Gosh, look at the defense and look at the offense. This is a guaranteed play. The defender can just run 7 yards, turn around, completion. Next, 7 yards, turn around, completion. Next, 7 yards, head to the sideline, completion. Next. This is madness. And if you can't play bump and run, maybe do some bump and run with Richard Sherman and whoever he got. But if you can't play bump and run, then on the inside guys, 4 yards off. And on the outside guys, 7 yards off. And always have the one linebacker in the middle of the field. That's why I say you need to rush 5 and have one linebacker in the middle of the field spying for all the underneath routes coming across, following with them, either way it goes, and to be the spy on the quarterback. That's what you're going to have to do. It's that simple. It is that simple. You have to do that. Because when the Patriots played them last year in the championship game, they sent 5, went man-to-man, and had one guy in the middle. And that one guy in the middle, when Mahomes started getting razzled, he would have a late blitz. When all the crossers already went past him, he would go. He would go after him. He would straight go after him. But the problem is nobody does it. Nobody does this. They either play soft coverage or they play bump and run man-to-man. But in that man-to-man, they're literally sending no pressure. Everybody does that. See, CL Scale said with no double on Sammy Watkins or Kels, you don't need a double because, again, Patrick Mahomes is getting rid of the ball in 2 to 3 seconds. Everything happening is happening right away. Kelsey is around here going right, bullying you and going around you and stuff. All that stuff takes time. See, some of y'all are arguing my theory right now, but you ain't seen nobody do it. But you also can't sit here and tell me what defense will stop it. So everybody who's sitting here arguing about that still won't work, then what defense will stop Kansas City? Nothing. That's the problem. That's false. The Patriots did it. The Patriots did it. It's exactly what the Patriots did. Go back and look at Tennessee Titans versus the Kansas City Chiefs in week 10 this year in the fourth quarter. Finally, for a brief moment, they did it on 2 drives, caused 2 punts, and they came back and won the game. But nobody does it. Nobody does it consistently. This man has 16 games in a regular season a year where nobody does it. They play soft coverage because they worrying about receivers getting over the top. And then if they do play bump and run, man-to-man, they send no pressure. What good is that? This is the only way you can beat the Chiefs. Bump and run, or if you ain't got dogs in the secondary, inside receivers in the slot, guys, you got to play 4 yards off. Outside guys, you got to play 7 because the ball takes longer to get out there. And if they coming across the middle, you play inside. On the outside corners will be playing like a foot or 2 inside just in case they can get a head start if that guy just beelines across the field instead of straight. And you got that one linebacker sitting in the middle about 7 yards off the defensive line of scrimmage, watching all the underneath stuff come across right there to make a tackle or a big hit and spying Mahomes at the same time. It's that simple, man. You got to put these guys on the island and rely on 5 and 6 guys getting to Mahomes. Your game plan is let's get to Mahomes. Let's make him comfortable all day. Let's hit him and let's give him no time. I am going to say this for the record. It is impossible. It is impossible to beat them if you're going to be giving Mahomes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 seconds to throw the ball. It's impossible. I don't even know what team's thinking. You need 6 DBs against the Chiefs. They too fast. Some of y'all can't comprehend just simple math. What does their speed got to do with 30 yards down the field if I'm sending 6 and he got 2 seconds to throw the ball? What does listen, anything past 35 yards don't even matter if I'm sending 6. Especially when you got Bosa in them boys, you're getting there. Anything past 35 yards don't matter. None of that matters. So literally put these guys out there on the island and send pressure. And play it sound, man. Make the quick tackles if you have to. But it's buffoonery to me to let him eat you up all day, tire you out, just picking and picking and picking, demoralizing your defense. It's that simple, man. Matt Moore was solid for us, hoping KC wins. Imagine Matt Moore versus Tannehill in the playoffs. This is why they are in the Super Bowl. These speed guys have been playing against bump and run forever. But CL, you're missing it again. They've been playing against bump and run forever, but the teams that bump and run against them ain't sending no pressure to Mahomes. They bump and run with 2 high safeties. Come on. Listen, they 5 wide, Mahomes in the backfield by himself, 5 receivers spread out. They got 5 cornerbacks bump and run with 2 high receivers with a regular 4-man rush. And what Mahomes doing? Said hut on Mississippi, to Mississippi. Oh, nobody's open. But I'm also chilling back here. Let me see. It'll break down soon. Whatever. Oh, somebody getting a little bit of pressure. We 9 seconds in the play. Oh, they finally getting a little pressure. Let me just run over here before this actually really is pressure. Let me get over here. I still got at least about 4 more seconds. Oh, come back. Come on. There you go. There you go. Do you know how many passes Patrick Mahomes make when his receiver runs 40 yards down the field, and when it's not open, they just start beelining back to him, and he up on the comebacks? And they listen, they're not designed comeback routes. The plays already went nowhere, so they just start running back towards him, and he makes the play. Do you know how many times that happens? So listen, these receivers ain't been doing, they speed, been doing this to people. They speed been only doing it to people when Mahomes got all day to throw the ball. If you eliminate all that time to throw the ball, they ain't getting 80% of the stuff that they get. That's the point I'm making. They not getting 80% of the stuff that they get now if you give Mahomes 3 seconds to throw the ball. Ain't nobody in their right mind could tell me when the last time Mahomes had 3 seconds to throw the ball in a game, like consistently. Like the pressure was that relentless. The only time you ever saw it was literally the AFC Championship game last year for 1 half. That is the only time you ever saw it. And what happened then? He looked atrocious. He looked atrocious. Nobody can ever tell me when anybody got pressure on this man. Ever. You can't leave cornerbacks on an island by themselves. That means you can't make quick tackles. That's a fact. That's the only thing I disagree with. Jay Cray, did you not hear me? Did you not hear me? That's why the inside corner, the inside the nickel and all of the inside guys have to play 4 yards off. You're missing what I'm saying. When that ball hike, if it's a go route, I'm already 4 yards off. I can react. If you going straight inside, I got that cushion to be able to beeline in your direction. If you going on the out, I got that cushion to beeline straight to your direction. But if you're bump and run, one wrong move and you're beat. So I get that. But that's why I said you got to play about 4 yards off. And if you're outside, you could play about 7 yards off, but 2 feet in, away from the sideline. 2 feet away from the sideline. So your receiver can be here and the sideline can be here. You need to be over here by 7 yards off. If it's a go route, you can meet them. If it's coming across, you already inside the dive in to follow them across the field. That's what you have to do, man. This is a Man Ultimate Team analysis, Lord. Hey, just got here. What is going on? Now we just talking it up now, man. Pressure equals coverage. Yeah, that's my point. Pressure equals coverage. That's what people fail to realize too. These cornerbacks in the NFL are covering just fine in the first 3-4 seconds. That's what go look at against Tennessee. Go look against Tennessee. Mahomes down, said hut. How many times did you see Tennessee do this? I mean, Mahomes do this and didn't throw. Like Ian was saying, he looking for the big shot. He looking for the big shot. Not every time was he looking for the big shot. Sometimes he was just looking for the guy he wanted to throw to, and it wasn't there. These guys are covering. The problem is you're giving him more time, and eventually somebody's going to come open. Mahomes is literally back there like, come on, y'all. We literally counted some plays to 9 seconds. The man had 9 and 10 seconds to throw the ball on some plays. On average, in the AFC Championship game this year, I would say he had about 6-7 seconds to throw the ball. On average, facts. Why does a quarterback even need 7 seconds to throw? If the guy already beat his guy, shouldn't these even deep routes should be thrown in about 4 seconds, 5 seconds? Why do you even need 6 and 7? Because these corners are actually doing a good job covering. The problem is, that's why I said you can't blame Tennessee's secondary on getting ate up like that. They were doing their job. The man just had 8 seconds to throw. How long you want him to cover? I don't care if you Darrell Revis. I don't care who you are. 8, 9 seconds to throw the ball, you're going to get beat. You could be running full speed out there 50 yards away from the line of scrimmage. If you go on a dime stop and start heading back, you done beat your guy. You on your way back with nobody around you because the guy's still running deep. He probably done turned his head to see if the ball coming. And it ain't even coming. He look around. Oh, you been stopped and you headed back to the line of scrimmage to catch it. How much time you want to give him to throw the ball? The point is, stop giving this man all his time to throw the ball. If them receivers beat you, they beat you. But stop giving Patrick Mahomes freaking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds to throw the ball. That is ridiculous. Any quarterback would do that. Any quarterback would do that. They would eat you apart. Any quarterback in the NFL would have greater success if you give them 6, 7 seconds to throw the ball. If you give them the pockets that Mahomes have. Facts, man. 49ers aren't going to send blitzes because their D-line gets pressure within 3 seconds, which hides their poor secondary besides Sherman. Listen, we're going to find out because I know one thing. If they don't get there with their normal 4, they're going to get ate up. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. If y'all think 49ers going to send a normal 4, more power to them. But I tell you what, if they ain't getting there in 3 seconds, they are going to get ate up. It's that simple. Now, if those front 4 can get there in 3 seconds, oh, it's even better. Kansas City is in way much more trouble then. Because if the front 4 get there in 3 seconds, if it's successful, oh, Kansas City ain't got a shot in the gun range then. They don't have a shot. You mean to tell me you literally got 7 guys covering the secondary and you're getting there in 3 seconds with the 4 rushing? Man, they have no shot. And I ain't gonna lie, I think that San Francisco is going to at least start the game trying to get there with their front 4. They're probably going to start the game trying to get there with their front 4. And they're going to find out if they're doing it or not. Well, you'll hear me telling you if they are or not, because that's all I'm going to be watching in the game. When I'm live streaming the game, I'm going to be telling y'all, all right, they sending 4. Are they getting there in 1 second? I'm going to be counting the whole game. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Oh, he under pressure. Oh, well, good for them. But if I'm getting to 6 and 7 and 8, they ain't got a shot. They don't have a shot. That's what I told you last night. Not if you talking to me, EM, get some help for that guy. No big outside blitz and solid front 4. Andy Reid is going to screen them and slow them down. Man, listen, if you literally playing a front 4, that's better for you, man. Screens work very well against when you're sending 5. When you're sending 5 on the D line, you got 3 in the middle and the two wide ends. That's when screens are at their best. But the front 4 coming, man, we'll see. Oh, if you're talking to me, EM, I know what you said. What I'm saying is I just don't think it's going to work. I don't think that the front 4, to put it like this, the front 4 is going to get there at times, but they can't get there a whole games consistently. I don't think a front 4 can get there against Kansas City O-line consistently. That's the problem I have. Because all it takes is out of 3 downs, 1 time for him to burn you. That's all it takes. Like, you literally got to get there on every play in 3 seconds, 4 at times. But all this 6, 7, 8 second stuff, oh, bro, come on, y'all. I think everybody can agree. You give Patrick Mahomes 6+ seconds to throw the ball, game over. Game is over, man. Let me say this. San Francisco at least got to send 5, y'all. You got to send 5. Maybe on first down, send you 4, but on second down, send 5. You got to send 5 at times. Maybe you don't want to sell out with 6. Maybe you want to go man-to-man across the board. Sometimes put one high safety and one linebacker in the middle. But you got to at least send 5, y'all. I mean, if this front 4 get there, against the Chiefs line all game, I would be willing to say this is one of the best front 4s in NFL history. And I know that's saying a lot, and that's probably just a jerk reaction, a jerk feel, just a spur of the moment feeling, but that's how I would feel at the moment. Yeah, I know, EM. If they have to send extra people, it's severely going to compromise their scheme. That's why they got to get out of that scheme. The scheme that San Francisco plays, I just don't like it because I think Kelsey and those guys are going to be sitting down in the open areas all game. They're going to be running full speed, turning around all game. Now, screen games and short passes to the outside, San Francisco got that under wrap with their scheme because they guys know how to get there and they know how to tackle. Now, that's what I will tell you about that secondary. They know how to tackle. They may not be the most elite in coverage, but they know how to tackle. Them short distance runs, they get at it, man. We'll see. That secondary, them linebackers, the way they pursue that ball on the outside when it swing either way, they know how to tackle, man. Trenches. That's where it starts. I agree. I don't think San Francisco has the personnel to change and match up with the Chiefs from a man standpoint. And that's why I think that's what they need to be working on for 2 weeks. And I ain't saying that this has to be their full game plan. Stick with your game plan, but throw this in at times. If you lucky enough, like Tennessee was on occasions, to get them to a 3rd and 10, hey, you got your play. Well, let me back up. One thing I will say that San Francisco does well on 3rd and 10, they put all their secondary corners at the they put them all at the first down mark. They put them all at the first down mark, and then they send pressure. Then they send 5 because they know on a 3rd and 10 versus a 3rd and 3, because they've done this very well. I have noticed this about their defense. On 3rd and 10 plus, they put everybody at the first down mark. If a guy right there, I got a guy, but 10 yards off in the first down mark. They put everybody stationed right there at the first down mark. They don't care how fast you running downfield. They ain't budging. They standing right there, and then they got the safeties over the top. But they send everybody else. They send about 5. They send 5 because that's going to make the quarterback throw it quick. And then every throw that's made is less than 10 yards, so it's underneath. And as soon as he had that arm motion to where he going, everybody start heading that way and collapsing. And they give up the 7 yards, but it's 4th and 3 now. That's one thing they do very well. I watch them on 3rd and long situations. They always sit their guys at the mark, at the sticks. And they send pressure, makes it a quick throw, and they hurry up and get there and tackle. They're going to give up yards, but it ain't going to be 10. It ain't going to be 10 plus. That's what I like, how they play their 3rd down. But all these other teams that be playing 6 and 7 yards off, no, man, you're going to get 8 up. But y'all, I'm about to get up out of here, man. It's almost 11 o'clock. I just wanted to come bring that interview to y'all. I thought it was very enlightening, very informative. Also, good talk. But we're going to keep this thing going, y'all. This TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that like button on your way out, guys. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. I'm going to try to work on some more stuff that I'm going to be releasing this weekend on the Patreon. I got to put more time into that so I can give exclusive content for those who are members of the Patreon, who show their love and support. Again, y'all go check out the Patreon. If you want to become a member, we're at 12 members, and that's huge to me, y'all. We're at 12 members of the Patreon, man, and it's growing, and I'm loving every bit of it. You can privately message me. And remember, you always have access on panel conversations outside of Tuesday night with the Patreon. If you get the right package, you get the exclusive music. I got another banger about to drop, and other cooking with TD, all of those things. We're going to be dropping a lot of stuff this weekend. But again, love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Peace, y'all. I'll see y'all soon.